Hello, everyone, and this is NuDiamonds with a full moon and Sagittarius energy reading. I hope everybody out there is doing well. Happy birthday, Geminis. I hope everybody is just enjoying this beautiful, abundant energy. And yeah, I'm going to start off by breaking down astrology alignments. Then I'm going to get into placements and then also get into what I downloaded during my meditation, and then we're going to get into some oracle card and some tarot card reading just to pull a little bit more clarity on this energy. Okay, so we have the full moon in Sagittarius. The full moon will be entering in the Sagittarius sign on May 23rd at the second degree. The second degree is all about values and love and things that you care about, and just getting really grounded and centered in that energy. um Sagittarius is all about expansion and growth and abundance and mindset and philosophy. And then the moon is all about emotions and your mindset and how you're thinking and feeling at this time. So I feel like it's the balance between your heart and your mind, because the sun is in Gemini, and that also governs, communication and siblings and playfulness and being witty and just kind of going with the flow of things, because that is that air. But it's also, the sun is all about that passion in your heart. Sagittarius is also that fire energy. So it's all about igniting this fire in yourself at this time and connecting your mind and your heart to move in a better direction at this time. Okay. Now, we do also have, I'm looking down at my tablet right now. So we do also have Jupiter and Venus conjunct at the 29th degree in Taurus. I feel like this is like the end of something for a great push towards the future. So something may be ending to push you in a better sense of direction, a more loving connection, feeling more aligned and centered with yourself. I know I've been doing a great amount of purging old ways, old way of thinking, just a whole bunch of stuff that's just been coming up for me. And I feel like that's due to this Jupiter getting ready to enter into this Gemini season. So I feel like that's a great deal of energy just arising and pushing out all of these things that we no longer need. Also, the solar flares have been going off, so I feel like that's also purging the collective. If you guys haven't watched my solar flare reading, I suggest you go watch that, because that will kind of describe a lot of this energy that has been going on. I know I had to go back and watch it because I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Then I remembered, you know, a lot of people in the collective are purging right now. So it's like pushing out that old toxic energy. So when Jupiter enters in the sign of Gemini, it's this brand new beginning, this new way of love, this new way of value, this new way of expansion, and just heading in the future in a more better direction. And I feel like when something new begins, something old ends. That's kind of like the death and the rebirth. When something old is leaving, then something new starts. So I feel like that solar flare, this solar flare energy that we're feeling, is really ramping up those old, bringing things to the surface and making things come to light that we may have needed to work on before Jupiter enters Gemini, and we can kind of get our minds together and expand our minds in a more brilliant way. We also have Venus conjunct Jupiter. So I feel like this is more about loving the expansion, loving the direction that you're going, and getting grounded and rooted in that, because it is at the 29th degree. That's like on the cusp. It's like right at the end, right before it pushes into Gemini. And I feel like it's all about having your mind together, getting grounded and centered in yourself so you can head in the right direction for this beautiful abundance portal that we're about to go through. Because I feel like once Jupiter enters into Gemini, it's just going to be this just transformation of abundance and love and money. and prosperity and groundedness and family, just any way that you have been investing in yourself for the future. I feel like all of those seeds that you planted will start to bloom and bud at this time, okay? Then we also have Mercury in Taurus. So this is all about communicating your values. What are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? Being working with your hands and getting grounded, nurturing yourself talk, your self thoughts, being more intellectual about things and having a more centered view of yourself and others and how you communicate, because I feel like that's more of a centering yourself, getting grounded in yourself, so that way you can have a better form of communication with others. You might even be wanting to get a little more hands on with things, getting yourself grounded. So I suggest people going outside, planting things, um, laying in nature, going to the beach, just doing anything that's going to really center you at this time. I know that's really been helping me, especially with all of this energy that's been coming in. The only thing that seems to help is me being grounded and me being centered and me just kind of taking a deep breath in through my nose, holding and releasing. It's like that just immediately centers me. Do whatever works for you, but that's what's been working for me. Just a sense of breath. Breath is Gemini. Breath is, the lungs are connected to Gemini. The hands are connected to Gemini, that Mercury energy. So it's more about getting grounded in your breath, getting centered in your breath, even going into meditations, yoga, exercise, baths, showers, whatever works for you, running around, jogging, whatever's going to help center you at this time. I suggest do it, because this energy that is coming in is a bit um, chaotic. I'm just going to say it, give it to me how it's being gave to me. I'm going to give it to you how it's being gave to me. So it's a bit of chaotic energy. I feel like that's why it's been so many distractions in the media, because, media, that's communication, that's technology, that's that Mercury. And it's all about being grounded, so that way these things don't distract you at this time, okay? And we also have Uranus and Taurus as well. So going back to that technology is a form of, how can I say, it can be used as good and bad. So it depends on how you're using the technology at this time. You could be using it to help grow your business. You could be using it to help communicate with others and connect with soul tribe, connect with family, or you could be using it to manipulate things. We have hackers out there. We have people just taking advantage of it for good and bad. So it just all depends on what you're doing at this time. And I feel like the technology isn't going anywhere. It's only going to progress. And it's all about how you ground yourself in this technology at this time. That is Uranus and Taurus. And also just being your unique self and being grounded in your unique self, being your authentic self, and not letting anything outside of you govern the way that you move, govern your thoughts, govern the way that you feel about certain things. Really just staying true to who you are and elevating in that, okay? It's also humanitarian. So I feel like people who are fighting for their rights, fighting for justice, being rebellious in a good way, and just being revolutionary, they are going to expand to higher heights at this time, especially when we had that Jupiter conjunct Uranus. I feel like that was a really great time to just rebel for the proper cause and just expand in that, being yourself and voicing your opinion and communicating. Because, like I said, this is Gemini season. So it's all about speaking your truth, being honest, being your authentic self, and being confident in that. That's that sun in Gemini, being confident in the way that you talk, being confident in your mind, being confident in the way that you communicate with others. Okay, being confident in being yourself at this time. I feel like that's going to be a big thing that's going to arise during this full moon, and heading in that right direction again with that Sagittarius. It's in the sign of Sagittarius. So that's all about philosophy and all about travel as well. So, how are you internally traveling to get to the best destination in the future? Okay. And another thing that I noticed with this alignment that kind of tripped me out was, does anybody else see this star? I mean, I'll get more into that later. But it's a star right in the middle of this alignment, which I thought was pretty interesting. And speaking of star, we're going to get into the Aries placements. We also have Mars in Aries. This is home here. So meaning that this is the ruling planet. The ruling planet of Aries is Mars. So I feel like this is all about governing your mind. I feel like this is going to be a big season to just govern your mind. This full moon is going to really illuminate certain things that's been hid in the dark, and it's going to bring a lot of those things to light. So you may feel, like I said, an emotional release, a burst of energy, just different ways of communicating what's on your mind. Because that's also connected to the eyes. So what are you consuming? What are you thinking? What are you seeing? And that's also connected to the brain. Your eyes are connected to your brain. Your eyes are an extension of your brain. It's the only part of the brain that is visible. The rest of it is, enclosed in your skull. And I feel like that's all about that Mars energy, that Aries energy. Where is your head and your eyes looking to govern you in the right way? What are you passionate about? What grabs your attention at this time? So that way you can best prepare forward, and make sure that you are setting the right intentions. Make sure that you are doing things that are going to elevate you at this time, and not just acting out of impulse or going to war for the wrong things. You don't want to fight over a piece of chocolate. You don't want to be fighting over candy when there are bigger things to be fighting for, bigger things to be thankful for and grateful for. And it's all about that passion. It's all about balancing that energy, fighting for justice and doing it for the right reasons at this time. Okay. Also being grounded and balancing that energy, because like I said, we are in Gemini season, Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about in the right direction. So you want to make sure you're balanced so you can head in the right direction. So what are you passionate about? What are you what sparks that flame? What sparks that fire within? What is that soul desire at this time? I really feel like you should be concentrating and focusing on that and pouring into your passions at this time. Okay. We also have Chiron and Aries. So that's all about healing yourself. Chiron is the wounded healer. So I feel like it's all about deep diving into yourself. Like I said, releasing that trauma, surrendering, letting go, letting things be, and just going with the flow at this time. I feel like that's going to be a big thing. Just surrendering, releasing, and going with the flow and getting in balance, looking at things from different perspectives, so that way you can better heal yourself. You're not just looking at it from one direction, you're looking at it from all directions, as above, so below, left, right, up, down, and just kind of grounding yourself and centering yourself in what you believe is right. Okay. What's right for you at this time. And then we also have the North Node in Aries. So I feel like I said, this is going back to that soul mission, that soul purpose, doing what feels right for your soul, nurturing your soul, and what governs the direction that you're headed in. You want to be investing in yourself for the best possible outcome at this time. So that way you can push forward in the right direction. So make sure that you're doing your work, your shadow work, your internal work, your outside work, so that way in the future, you can really nourish your soul and nourish this path that your spirit and the divine is trying to take you on at this time. Okay. Then we also have Neptune in Pisces. So I feel like this is all about deep diving into your dreams. I know that my dreams have been extremely vivid. I've been dreaming more than ever before. So it's all about paying attention to those dreams. I have a dream journal. So I write down all of my dreams and I watch them all come to pass. Now, this is just my experience, but pay attention to your dreams at this time. Physical, mental, spiritual. You may have certain dreams that, goals that you want to accomplish for the future as well. So really be working towards those dreams in reality, really making sure that you're able to do the right thing so that way you can bring those dreams into this realm of reality. Now, don't get lost in the dream, don't get lost in the illusion, don't get lost in the fantasy, okay? There could be certain things, you're so passionate, so passionate, so passionate about this dream that you get lost in the dream, kind of like Inception. You really want to ground yourself and make sure, is this tangible? Is this something that I can really do? Is this practical? Is this a practical dream? Is this something that I can really do? Some people dream of hitting the lotto. Oh, I dream I hit the lotto. But is that real? You don't want to get lost and spend, thousands of dollars trying to hit the lotto. Just really kind of ground yourself. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, but you have to be realistic as well. Don't get lost in the illusion. Don't get lost in the fantasy, okay? Also, we have Saturn in Pisces. So this is all about, like I said, doing that shadow work, deep diving into yourself so you can better propel in the future. Saturn is all about discipline. Saturn is all about time. So giving yourself patience, giving yourself grace, and working on yourself, working on that subconscious mind, going deep within, working on your intuition. I know like I said, I do my meditations and I feel like that gives me a better sense of discernment, and working on discernment, working on your thoughts. Like I said, working on those dreams. Maybe even working on music or getting more artistic or creative. So really deep diving into that artistic side of yourself, and even writing down, because like I said, this is Gemini. Gemini rules the hands, Gemini rules the arms, Gemini rules the chest, the air. It's an air sign and governs your mind. So it's all about maybe even getting into writing, writing a book, writing recipes, drawing, painting, something that's going to use your hands, really use your hands to get creative and release this energy in any possible way that you can. I really feel like that, working with your hands at this time to better get in tune with this energy. Pisces also, I feel like Pisces is that deep depths of yourself, because it's a water sign and it's the last water sign. So I feel like it's like the bottom of the ocean, what's really down at the bottom of the ocean when you deep dive into yourself, when you dwell into yourself, a well dwell, deep diving. So really going deep inside of yourself to see what comes out, see what can be healed. I feel like this full moon in Sagittarius is really gonna illuminate a lot of people's shadow at this time. Like I said, I've been dealing with this, so you are not alone. If you're not dealing with this energy, you already been working on your wellness and healing, congratulations. I applaud you. But for me, I'm tapping into more of a collective energy, and I feel like the collective has really been purging, really been working out some kinks. Tired. I've been tired. I've been groggy. Like I said, the only thing that kind of seems to help is when I go outside and ground myself, getting some fresh air, doing a cleansing bath, lighting my incense, lighting my candles, smelling the roses, stop and smell the roses, doing the inner work at this time that's going to help you propel forward. Okay. Then we also have the lovely Pluto in Aquarius, and it is retrograde at this time. So I feel like that, like I was saying, this is kind of going back, looking into your shadow, looking at things from the past and how you can prevail in the future, kind of looking back on things in the past and how far you've come, being more grateful, being more thankful. Like, wow, what are some goals that I set 5 years ago that I have accomplished? It's all about a generational thing. So it's not like something that you did, oh, I planned this in the beginning of this year and it still hasn't come true. It's no, like, how, look at it from a 7-year cycle. They always like to say, cycles happen in a 7-year period. So what were you doing 7 years ago? Look at how much you transform. Look at how much you change. Look at how much you prevail. Look at all the things you overcome, all the obstacles you overcome. That is something that I've been dwelling on. Like, wow, like I was in this place 7 years ago. I wouldn't imagine that I would be where I am today. So it's more of a gratitude energy. It's more of a looking back on how much you transform. Because Pluto is transformation, Pluto is death, Pluto is sex, Pluto is merging, Pluto is mystery, Pluto is generational. that generation aspect. And then Aquarius is future, humanitarian, rebellious, technology. So what you can even go in like your old Facebook. I know them old Facebook posts be popping up like, wait a minute, I was doing this 10 years ago. Like, wow, look at how much I've grown. So it's kind of just like looking back at the memories, looking how far you come to, and at this point where you are today, and just being really thankful, showing gratitude. And you may not be where you want to be, but you're making the right steps towards that goal. Okay. And then we also have Lilith in Virgo. So Lilith in Virgo is all about that healing yourself aspect. You know, Lilith is a dark side of the moon, so that's that shadow. Then we have Virgo, that's the nurturer, that's the healer, that's the virgin, that's the, you know, really getting into details about how you're healing yourself, getting to the nitty gritty, the small little details. Now, not beating yourself up about it, just really, like I said, giving yourself grace and being thankful and nurturing yourself and pouring into yourself at this time, and being generous and being open, and just going back and forth with the duality of things, and balancing and harmonizing that energy within yourself, that light and that dark side. That, you know, it's okay to have that cookie, you know, every once in a while. Okay, don't binge eat on the cookies, but it's okay to have a little cookie every once in a while. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. Okay. And then again, like I said, this beautiful alignment. I mean, look at that. I've never seen a star alignment in the astrology. So, yeah. So that is for the that is for the astrology reading part of the reading. I really want to get into like my meditation and some things that came up during that. I'm sorry, I have to go into my notes. Yeah, like I said, it's a star in the chart. Um, you know, when I think of stars, I think of wishing on a star, you know, shooting stars. So, like a wish may be granted at this time, especially like I said, with that Jupiter conjunct Venus. You may get like the love of your life. You may get abundance and money, just different opportunities coming in at this time. Just be open and optimistic. That Gemini energy, really tap into that Gemini energy of being open-minded, open up your heart, so that way you can receive whatever is trying to come in. Because I really feel like there is something trying to come in, and there may be old things or old ways of thinking that may be trying to hinder this. Okay. But just really get grounded. I feel like that's the best thing. Really get grounded, smudge yourself, do whatever you have to unblock and surrender and release this energy, so that way this brand new energy can come in. Okay. But I heard shine your light. My ears are ringing as I'm saying that. So I heard shine your light. So don't dim your light for anyone. Keep continuing to speak your truth. Keep continuing to voice your opinion. Just continue to be your authentic self at this time. Okay. Going back to that Jupiter Venus conjunction at the 29th degree, it's all about expanding your heart and your mind, so that way you can be more centered in receiving in these blessings that are trying to come in. Okay. Now this is going to Sagittarius. So this is kind of going back into what house you have Sagittarius in. And that's how I'm doing the readings, because it's like the full moon is in Sagittarius. So it's like wherever the moon falls into Sagittarius on your chart, that's where this energy will be affecting the most. So if you have the full moon in your first house, this will be expansion on your mindset, emotions, expansion of self, and expansion of nurturing yourself. So self-love, expansion on self-love, self-care, and mindset. If you have the full moon in your second house, expansion in your mindset, expansion in your values, expansion in love, expansion in money, growth in money, heading in a different direction when it comes to money and values, okay? The full moon in your third house, this will be expansion in your mindset and emotions, nurturing your mind and conversation. So I feel like this is going to be expansion on your conversations, expansion of your mind, expansion in growth of your mind, and balancing that out within yourself and communication. If you have the full moon in your fourth house, then this will be expansion in your mindset and your foundation, expansion in mindset and your foundation, expansion in healing yourself in your mind. So more connecting with your mind and your body and expanding that and valuing the direction that you may be headed in at this time during this full moon in Sagittarius, okay? And if you have the full moon in your fifth house, then this will be expansion of the mindset when it comes to your heart as well, expansion and mindset of your creativity. So really getting into a more creative side of yourself and valuing that and loving that and nurturing that side of yourself, so that way you can receive whatever gifts of abundance the universe is trying to bring to you at this time. If you have the full moon in your sixth house, it's all about expansion in work. So changing your mindset and your values towards work and health. So you may be getting a little bit more health conscious about what you're consuming, how you're working, and working towards the right direction and expanding that and really loving that, or getting more grounded in that, or valuing where you're headed in the future as far as working out or eating more healthier, or what you're consuming at this time, okay? If you have the full moon in your seventh house, this is all about expansion in relationships. So changing your mindset in relationships, really valuing that more. Also balancing that out, being more, how can I say, using more discernment at this time when it comes to relationships and others, and being more conscious when it comes to people that you're surrounding yourself with and the energy that you share with others at this time. Equality and justice, and making sure that you're being equal and not being unfair or unjust at this time, okay? And if you have the full moon in your eighth house, this is all about expansion in the transformation of your mind. So you may be going through a mental transformation within yourself at this time, just really changing your mind about the way that you are healing at this time. Not like, oh, I'm so tired of this healing process. Just really being like, okay, wow, this is really opening up my mind to a different perspective on healing and growth and expansion of my mind and how I communicate and talk with myself. So self-talk and changing your different ways of valuing others and merging with others and communicating with others. So really just deep diving into your mind and expanding the direction that you're headed in when it comes to others people's energy and your energy, and how you communicate and consume things with others, okay? And if you have the full moon in your ninth house, this is all about nurturing the direction that you're headed in, and being happy about this transformation and this expansion in this new sense of direction that you may be headed in at this time. So really being thankful and looking at the surroundings, looking at where you could be headed in the future, and just being thankful. Like I said, kind of going back into that Pluto reading for the astrology, like, wow, look at how far I've come, look at how far I've grown, look at how much I've grown, and just being really thankful and grateful for this transformation at this time. So just being more open-minded and more focused at this time about where you're headed in the future. And if you have the full moon in your 10th house, this is all about expansion in the mindset of how you are seen in the public. So looking at things from a different perspective when it comes to how people view you, really not caring about what others think of you, not valuing other people's opinions or letting them govern the way that you go about certain things. Also, nurturing your business, so expanding the values in your business, expanding your business status, maybe even investing more into your business and showing more discipline when it comes to your business and having more patience when it comes to how you work or being the boss or being an entrepreneur or investments or how people see you. Having this more of a grounded sense of discipline when it comes to working or this masculine energy. So just really finding this balance and looking at things from a different perspective when it comes to how you move in the future. If you have the full moon in your 11th house, this is all about expansion on how you be of service. How do you serve the community? Are you moving in a more honorable way? Are you being a revolutionist at this time? Having more value on how you move for the future, setting goals for the future, how you achieve goals for a bigger purpose, for stepping into the role as a humanitarian at this time, just really taking on being of more service at this time if you have the full moon in your 11th house. And if you have the full moon in your 12th house, this is all about expansion and valuing your subconscious mind and really deep diving into those things, really valuing, healing frequency music and things that are going to heal you at this time, things that are going to calm you down emotionally, and really nurturing your subconscious mind at this time, okay? And like I said, also, you may have more vivid dreams, so really valuing your dreams and seeking out more information in your dreams or getting more direct messages at this time, valuing your intuition and abilities that may be enhanced at this time as well. So really just highlighting the expansion of your mindset. So that is just my quick little breakdown for the placements and the alignments for this full moon. I really feel like this full moon for everyone is really just going to be highlighting the expansion in their values, in their mind, and governing which way that they're going to be headed in the future. Okay. So that is my astrology breakdown, what I seen during my meditation, what I heard, downloads, uploads, placements, and now we're going to get into the oracle reading part of this Sagittarius full moon energy reading for Gemini season. And I'm going to be starting off with my oracle deck, and we're going to see what things pop up, what energy comes out, and kind of what to expect. But I'm really feeling like it's more so of a healing energy. Full moons are all about releasing. Full moons are all about transformation and letting old things go so the new things can come in. So I feel like this is going to be a great time for people just to surrender those old way of thinking, old way of being, any stagnant energy, so that way this new abundant loving energy can come in. And if you already are on this type of energy, then congratulations, you are aligned with the universe, and get ready to receive lots of blessings that are coming in with this Jupiter entering in Gemini. I feel like that is just going to be the highlight of the summer. Is going to be big things popping off with that Jupiter and Gemini energy. Just abundance with hands and nurturing yourself and breath and healing. And I feel like people are going to just value their minds in the way people think and intellectual things a lot more going into this energy. So just be prepared, and like I said, stay optimistic at this time. Stay open up your heart, open up your mind, because you never know what the divine has in store. Stay focused on your goals, because you never know what you never know what could you never know what could happen at this time. So I'm going to shuffle these one more time. And then I'm going to cut. And first card out is wisdom. I love that. I I love that. So this is going back to what I was saying, tapping into your mind. Wisdom comes from the mind. And as you can see, she's in the deep depths of the ocean. Yes. So I feel like that's going into your subconscious mind. Tapping into your mind and your subconscious mind, balancing that out and illuminating things that may be in the deep depths of your soul, really letting those things come to light, come to a head, come to the surface, so that way you can release anything that is trying to hold you back. But I feel like the abundance, that's where the abundance lies. As you can see, she's in the deep depths of the ocean, and so abundant. It's so beautiful. It's so radiant, and it's blue. Blue is all about communication. So I feel like this is all about communicating with your lower self, communicating with that shadow, going within your subconscious mind to bring out whatever needs to come out at this time. And so that's that Pisces energy, wisdom, intelligence, and intuitive instincts, insight, and gut intuition, gut feelings. I feel like all of those things will be heightened at this time. So I feel like a lot of senses, all of the clairs, people's gifts will be enhanced at this time. So wisdom from the divine, wisdom from inner knowing. I feel like unknown wisdom will just come, and that comes from intuition. That comes from meditation. That comes from knowing who you are. That comes from experience. Wisdom comes from experience. So, like I said, going back into the astrology reading, things that you have done over these years, what are some things that you have learned, some things that you have gained wisdom about, okay? Really tap into that inner knowing, deep dive within yourself, so you can get more in tune overall. Okay, I love this card. It's a beautiful card. It's all about emotions and wisdom and deep diving into your mind, and communicating with yourself and getting aligned with yourself. I feel like that's going to be a big theme, a big theme for this Sagittarius full moon. Okay, next card out, community. Yes, I love that. So yeah, like I said, I feel like this is more of a community energy that I'm picking up on. Like I said, some people may already be in this healing vibration. They probably already might be a little above, this purging energy, but collectively, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people just purging old ways and just releasing old things that don't serve them anymore, transforming, expansion, travel, moving, healing with this beautiful rainbow, this sense of comfort from the divine, comfort from relative, comfort from others, transformation, transforming. Butterflies represent transformation, healing. So healing and this transformation, this butterflies in the dark, that kind of goes back to the subconscious mind again. So I feel like the community and the collective is going through this as well. And like I said, kind of tap in with people who have the like minds as you do. They share the same thoughts as you do. They eat the same way. Tap into a soul tribe, or family members, or friends, or partners, or just people who have the same views and think the same way that you do. I feel like that's really going to give you a sense of comfort at this time. Or talking to your spirit guides, tap in with your spirit guides. Like I said, go into a deep meditation, your dreams, connecting with the divine, connecting with your angels, ancestors, whatever works for you. whatever you want to tap into to feel this comfort of energy around you, this healing energy around you. I'm really feeling like it is a really big healing energy. I'm getting chills. It's really this big healing energy around you with your angels. Your angels are here. Your spirit guides are here. The divine is here. The light is shining in on you, even though you may be in a place of darkness or coming out of the dark into the light to receive the healing, to receive the divine messages of the community, to receive advice from the divine. So I feel like this is just a beautiful card, and it just signifies that you're not alone. I'm not alone. Like I said, I've been feeling this energy heavy, and I just been having to go outside, go in nature, and ground myself with these trees. So go out, forest and forest bathe, or go to the beach, or ground yourself, put your feet in the bare grass, get some crystals, tap into crystals, and just meditate with them, sage yourself. Do whatever is necessary to help better transcend and transmute this energy at the time, okay? Next card out. Security. Yes. What did I say? I love that. Yeah, the divine, I could feel the presence of angels surrounding us at this time. So your angels are surrounding you. The divine has your back. You are secure. You are safe. You are protected on this journey. Like I said, all of these cards are fairly dark. So this is like someone in a cave. So this one is deep diving within and shining their inner light. There's a light here. There's a fire here, that spark, that soul, that spirit. What really sparks that inner flame, that inner spark? What's that passion? What are your passions at this time? Really deep dive into those passions. Get creative, get into drawing. As you can see, the hieroglyphs, going back into the astrology reading, working with your hands, tapping into your hands and tapping into the divine. The divine, this universal energy, is going to make sure that you are comforted and secure, and you're divinely protected and divinely guided at this time. So no need to worry. Even if you are in the deep depths of the darkness, know that inner light, you can shine your inner light to guide you, going within, using that intuition and letting your intuition and your spirit guide you at this time. I feel like that's maybe why a few people are in the dark. Spirit wants you to go to the divine and connect with the divine at this time and use your intuition. If we are in a spiritual war, you're going to have to use spiritual tools and spiritual gifts to tap in. So I feel like this is really going in, dwelling in, going in that inner self, going in that cave and illuminating it with your inner light, with your inner power, with your inner strength. Tap into your inner strength, because you're not alone. If you feel like you're alone, going back to that community card, you have a huge community of ancestors, warriors, light workers, spiritual guides. It's just this abundant energy of people that are here to help you stay grounded and secure and protected at this time, okay? Oh, wow. Is this an elephant? And it's a little elephant. Elephants are intelligent. Elephants move with grace and ease, and they play. So get into that playful, creative energy, and use your intelligence at this time as well. So use your discernment at this time and really tap into this inner knowing, and know that the divine in your spirit guides, spirit team, angels have your back. Okay. Next card out. Protect. What did I say? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. The next card out is protection. What did I say? We have wisdom, community, security, and protection. When community came out, I felt this energy just like, and when I feel outside energy like that, that's normally like spirit guides, angels, ancestors, divine. Like it's always that energy. And then the next card that came out was security. So it's like that security blanket, that comfort, knowing that you are protected. And that's why I was heavy on the protection, heavy on the protection. And then this comes out for confirmation. You are protected. You are divinely protected at this time. So continue on this mission that you are on. Like I said, go out in nature, get grounded. You can see this big old tree. That's just, the divine protecting you and shading you and covering you and just guiding you at this time. So if you feel like you're in the dark, or you feel like you're alone, or you feel like nobody, you are not alone. You are protected by the divine. You are protected by your angels, by your ancestors. They got your back. They here with you. You are them. You have their blood running through blood running through your veins. So just continue to push through on this mission and root yourself, ground yourself in this energy, so you can become one with the universe, so you can become one with this energy. And don't doubt yourself. Don't hold back. Push through with full force and know that you are divinely protected. You are divinely guided. You are rooted like this tree. Get rooted like this tree, so that when a storm comes, is this electricity? Yeah. So that when the electricity and the storm comes, you may be in the midst of a storm, but you don't want to topple over. You can't topple over. You want to know why? Because you're rooted and you're grounded in the earth like this tree. Okay. The deeper the roots go, the higher the leaves go up. So it's all about going deep within, so you can get rooted in yourself and know who you are, and know that you are divinely protected, and know that you are divinely guided at this time. Okay. All I keep hearing is the divine source, the creator, the most high, God, just this beautiful benevolent energy, just of the all. And it's just like, that is what is entering in right now, pushing and purging people to transform at this time. And God wants to see what you're made of. This is what I'm hearing. God wants to see what you're made of. So God is pushing and giving people a hard time to see if they're going to fold like chairs. Because you say you on this divine mission. You say you a light worker. You say you healing. You say you got to get tested. That's the only way you're going to see if you really about all this talk that you've been talking. Okay. If you're going to really walk it like you talking, you got to be put to the test. Okay. So, and when you're in the midst of the test, when you're in the midst of the storm, you got to know, okay, it's dark. I can't see. You got to know that you are protected. You got to know that you are guided. You got to know that you are secure. You got to know you got a community. Even though you can't see in the dark, they're there and they are helping you and they're protecting you and they are guiding you. Okay. That is beautiful. That I'm like, because I'm getting like, these are like direct messages. So you guys just tap in, know that you are directly guided on this mission. Just keep pushing through. Just keep pushing through. Patience, patience, patience. Okay. Next card out is openness. Yes. So this full moon is going to open up. People are opening up. Oh, wow. That's what's going on. Like I said, the divine is coming in and it's opening you up like a lotus flower. I just seen a lotus flower opening up. So you're opening up like a lotus flower, opening up, purging, letting all this old negative things come out, so that way this beautiful ray of light can come in and these new beginnings can transform. But you have to be open to receive it. You can't receive anything with a closed fist. You got to open up to receive. Okay. And when you open up, sometimes some things come out. Sometimes some things fall, but those are old things that have to fall, old things that you have to let go, so this new can come in, this new energy, this new light waves, these new light codes, this new divine DNA upgrades, all that good stuff can come in and bless you with this beautiful abundant energy of Jupiter, of the sun, of this new solar cycle that we're entering in. And it's this summer, when the sun enters in Leo, is going to be so abundant for a lot of people who have been doing this inner work, who've been seeing the changes, who've been pushing through, who've been prevailing with this energy, who've been doing the the hard work. Okay, I'm hearing do the hard work now so that it's easier later on. You don't want to get to this bridge and can't cross it because you didn't lay down the foundation right. So now you got holes in your bridge that you got to step over. You want to put in the proper work now so that way you can walk through this path open. It's going to be an open path for you, okay? Stay open, release. You know, the full moon is all about releasing and healing and tapping into your emotions. So release whatever you need to release, let go of whatever you need to let go, cut off whoever you need to cut off so you can start to receive this abundance and let this inner light start to shine in this darkness. Okay, all of these cards have a sense of darkness and then this little bit of light that's peeking through. Even with this card is light, but it's like electricity, thunderbolts, lightning, shock. You know, that's divine energy, that divine light, that divine spark, and you have to be open to receive it. Okay. So, wow, we have wisdom, community, security, protection, and openness. So, you have to know that you have a community around you and you're secure, you are protected. So, just be open. Be open, release, surrender, and the abundance will start to pour in. But you have to have patience and you have to do the work. You don't manifest by sitting on your ass all day, okay? That's not how you really manifest. You have to do the work. You have to put in the labor. You know, farmers don't just plant the seeds and wait for them to grow. Farmers plant the seeds, they nourish the seeds, they water the seeds, they talk to the seeds, they nurture them. So this is that same thing. You have to be open to these changes, open to this divine communication, open to this new energy that is about to come in, because I feel like there's going to be a wave of energy. I'm already feeling it, but this full moon in Sagittarius is really going to illuminate that for the collective. Okay, so let's get into the tarot card deck of this part just for more clarity. And I just love pulling cards, so yeah. But I feel like this is going to be a time of divine intervention, divine interference. That's why I feel like it's this energy. I can't really describe it, but it's a certain energy that is percolating and it's divine. And it's like it's either going to push you to grow or fold. It's kind of like make or break energy. And you got to just push through, especially if you want to grow and flourish at this time. And then once you push through, then that abundance will come, that nurturing, that love, that security, that fulfillment will come through. But it all starts with putting in the work first, you know. Because like I said, you could wish to hit the lotto every day, or you can go out and work every day and make money. So it's up to you. It's up to you on how you want to do it. And I feel like the divine is pushing people to go within at this time, to follow their own intuition at this time, to follow their own inner light at this time, and not really listen to what other people have to say. What do you have to say for your future? What do you want to do in the future in a more, you know, and be realistic about that as well. So yeah, I'm going to cut the cards and then I'm going to pull the first card out. 3 of Swords. So this is sadness. This is grief, heartbreak. So yeah, not really, what did I say? That purging energy. This is giving purging, crying, releasing, surrendering, letting go, heartbreak, just letting go of any stagnant energy, anything that is weighing you down, any self-doubt, any sabotaging thoughts. Sword is all about your mind. And then we got 3 swords. So that's Gemini. That's, you know, the third sign. So that's Gemini. So that's your mind again. And so it's all about going into that mind and finding balance and duality at this time. Okay, you have the wisdom. This is clarifying the wisdom card. So tap into your inner knowing, tap into your inner wisdom so you can push forward and prevail through this energy. Okay. Detox. I'm hearing detox. So this is a detox type of energy. It's purging you from the inside out. I advise people to cleanse themselves, detox if you want. Just do a quick little, fruits and veggies, or cut off something, detox from something. But I'm hearing that you're gonna put. I'm hearing you're gonna purge either way. You gonna purge either way. You got to get it out. Yeah. So breaking off them old dendrites from your nerves. Okay, is rebuilding different neurological paths when you purge and cry. Okay, you pushing out all of that. You're releasing old energy so you can push through and get to the next level. Okay, you got to let go of that old stuff so you can open up the door for this new stuff and be open. All right, next card. Yeah, King of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Yep, emotions. Let pour them emotions, and then you'll be comfortable in these troubled waters. Look at these troubled waters at the bottom. Look at these fish. Look at the subconscious mind energy. Well, we've been talking about cups. So really getting comfortable in your emotions, getting comfortable with yourself, getting, like I said, balance your emotions, balance your mind, balance your heart, and really getting focused on pushing through and prevailing and sitting in these troubled waters and not being bothered, surrendering and releasing. You see, he's not even bothered. He's got a whole tsunami under his feet. He got tsunami, a whole storm, a whole typhoon under his feet, and he is not bothered. He's like, I'm the king. I'm not worried. I'm divinely protected. I'm divinely guided. I mastered my emotions. I know who I am. I know where I'm headed, and it's all good. Like, I got this baton in my hand. I got the cup in my hand. I'm not worried. So I feel like this is a type of energy, going back to that Three of Swords. Stop worrying, release, and open up to these new blessings. Look at it from a different perspective and know that you are healing yourself, because this is confirming the community card. So get secure in your community and know that your community has your back. Your support system has your back. Your angels have your back. The divine has your back at this time. Okay. Being abundant in that knowing. Okay. Because you've been working hard. You've been working hard. This is a 7 of Wands. So yeah, it's worth fighting for. It is worth fighting for. This, like I said, we've been in this spiritual battle, this spiritual war, and it's worth fighting for. Okay. What is your heart desire at this time? What is your mind and your soul mission telling you to do? What is your spirit communicating to you to do at this time? Know that you are secure. Know that you are protected. You fighting off all, look at him fighting for his life. Fighting for his life. But you know what? He at the top. So he's doing something right. And the fight is worth it, because he's at the top and they at the bottom. They're trying to get to him and they can't get him. Want to know why? Because he protected. He is secure. He's divinely protected, divinely guided. And he, just got to keep pushing through. You got to push through and know that you will be victorious at the end of this. Okay. Next card out. You will be victorious. Two of Wands. A lot of wand and sword energy. So that's all about being passionate about this new direction, being optimistic about this new journey that you're about to embark on. You're going to have the world in your hands very soon once you pushing through these obstacles, looking at it from a different perspective, not dwelling on the past, looking towards the future and where you're headed. Okay. Knowing that if you nurture these new paths, this new way of being, that you will be prosperous at this time. You are protected. You are guided on this journey. Okay. Look at this beautiful, lush environment. The mountains. You can see the mountain. You're almost at the top of the mountain. Okay. He's looking through the future, looking through, like, wow, looking at his past emotions with that water there. Like, wow, look at how far I've come. Look at how the divine has protected me throughout this whole time. I've been protected. I've been guided. So I got the world in my hands now. So it's all about pushing through and prevailing at this time so you can conquer yourself, and you can conquer the world. Okay. Next card out. The Emperor, Conqueror. Yes. Tapping into this power, abundant, masculine energy. Yes, I love it. Okay. The Emperor. I love it. You see, he got the Ram, he got the Aries. So that's all about that masculine, divine power energy. He got this red on, grounded, rooted. I know who I am, divine, masculine energy. So, yeah, lighting that fire within, tapping into that fire within, that energy within, so you can push forward and prevail in the future at this time. So, I feel like this is going to be a time of dwelling within and lighting that fire within so you can push forward in the right direction on this new beginnings. Okay. All right. Bottom card. Wow. Bottom card is 10 of Swords, the end of something. So this is going to be, I feel like this is the end of an old journey and you're going into a new journey of a more confident, more knowing who you are, more powerful self, more centered and balanced self. So I feel like this Sagittarius full moon will give you more clarity and more balance on who you are mentally, who you are in your heart, who you are as spiritually, who you are physically, and really balancing all of those and looking at all of that from different perspectives and being confident in that, and being confident in this new journey and this new person that you're transforming into. If you're still transforming, or you might already be on a higher level and just like flowing through and you're already receiving abundance. And so I feel like it's this portal that a lot of people are going through right now. You may be in the beginning of the portal, you may be in the middle of the portal, you may already be at the end of the portal, but through this portal is abundance, and it's an abundant energy of yourself, abundance energy of love, and abundance energy of money, and that's that Jupiter and that Venus and that Sun as well. And then Mercury also enters in the sign of Gemini, and that's all about communication with self, because Gemini is Mercury. The ruling planet of Gemini is Mercury. So it's all about communication with yourself and working with yourself. Okay. So now I'm going to pull one more card from my chakra deck to get an overall message, and we're going to see what messages come out. But I'm feeling like this is all about divine communication with yourself, the ending of something for a new, the ending of something for a new something to begin, whatever that looks like for you. And just embracing that with open arms, being optimistic, being open to change, being flexible, surrendering when you have no control over things. Don't dwell on those things. Go within for the answers and tap into your intuition. Get into a meditative state, connect with the divine, connect with your ancestors, just connect with yourself. And I feel like the answers will come to you at this time. Okay. So we're going to cut the deck. Yes, the divine. The divine is trying to connect with everybody right now. What did I say? This is confirmation. I said the divine is pushing us right now, pushing everybody through. You in the darkness, so you can shine your light. I'm going to have to read this card, you guys. It says the great central sun, unity. Become aware of ideas, consciousness, and existence beyond the known. Yeah. Spirit and the divine got you in the dark so you can come to it. Okay. God has you in the dark so you can come to God. God wants you to be in the den of the lions, scared with nothing. Like, what am I gonna do? Now you have to come to God. Okay, you have to go to the divine. You have to go to the Most High, and it wants you to connect with something outside of this physical realm, to tap into that inner knowing, that intuition, and knowing that you are guided and divine on a divine path in a divine way at this time, okay? Look at that. This is a beautiful card. I have to read it. I have to read this card. What number is it? And it's 41. 41. 4 is foundation, nurturing. 1 is self. So nurturing yourself, going within yourself. 1 plus 4 is 5. So that's your heart. That's creativity. That's the sun. Okay? This great central sun. The central sun. That's the inner sun. That's the middle. Okay? So your heart. All right. So what is this? 41. Story time. Becoming aware of ideas, consciousness, and existence beyond the known. The great central sun is a star beyond our solar system. The sun is a ruling celestial body of all the universes that exist in parallel time and space. This concept is beyond our rational and thought-based minds. It alerts us to the concepts beyond the known and makes us aware of the unknown. The crown chakra is the connection point or gateway to all that is beyond the physical existence. Through the crown, we can access unity, consciousness, star energies, cultural consciousness, and unlimited thought. This is sometimes referred to as the I Am presence and is the master architect for our existence. The star energy resonates at different frequencies and is called different things to the light for each individuals. Pause. Okay. Isn't it a whole star? Okay, I have to go back to because I've been talking about this star the whole time. It's a whole star. Okay, the star ignites a spark and inspiration through which we can realize new ideas and raise our level of consciousness and unconscious thoughts. These divine sparks exist beyond us and within us as we are all star seeds. Message: connect now to a powerful unity consciousness that flows from the great central sun. You are a star seed made up of star matter, which is filled with the light of the ultimate creation. Imagine a long cord flowing up from your crown and connecting to all the potential held within this ultimate source of light. As you connect, energy may flow down to you as information, wisdom, or an expanded sense of knowing. This symbol of universal energies also brings the ability to reach beyond the known and open the new thought. In each era, as we have raised our consciousness, there has always been a time of great inspiration, spark, and potential that created new ideas and consciousness. Through those times, like the Renaissance and the technology revolution. Ooh, this is good. What a good read. Many have received inspiration not previously thought or known. Now is one of those times as the ever-changing grid of the planet Earth is anchored. You are being called to connect with this potential and assist in the new revolution. Bring the divine spark that you are already receiving to light by creating, sharing, teaching, and inspiring others. Follow your unique path as is unfolding to be open to what is newly emerging. By partaking in this shift, you become your own star filled with light. Power statement: I unfold the great and unlimited potential of my soul. I love that. Yes. I feel like this just sums up everything we talked about, you guys. This is like the cherry on top. So yeah, just connect with the divine, go within yourself, and tap into those abilities. This is ascension. We are ascending, and that looks different for everyone. Some people may feel light as a butterfly. Some people may feel low, but you are ascending, and the divine wants you to connect with this energy, connect with this universal energy and go within, because you're going to get some messages that are strictly made for you. You're going to get insight, divine insight, and on what this path may look like for you in the future. Okay. So yeah, let me know if this resonates down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this is my energy reading for Sagittarius, full moon, and Gemini. Until next time, guys.